Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we are immersing ourselves in a pretty significant political text. It was released strategically right after the 2024 election. We're talking about the memoir Under Siege, My Family's Fight to Save Our Nation by Eric Trump, and it includes a foreword from Donald J. Trump himself. So our mission here is to really dissect this book. It's not just an autobiography, right? It feels more like a core political artifact. It's part polemic, part defense, and definitely, I think, a rallying cry for the movement. We need to quickly unpack its central argument and look at the specific, very high drama experiences it uses to back up its claims.
Yeah, and what's really striking right away is the sheer scale of the book's core thesis.
Yeah.
Eric Trump doesn't frame the opposition his family faced as, typical political friction. He actually defines it as a coordinated multi-front war, a sustained siege.
A siege, okay.
Right. And this narrative points the finger at, well, a three-pronged attack structure. The so-called deep state, the fake news media, and maybe most critically, what he calls a weaponized judicial system. So, a primary goal of the book seems to be cementing Eric's own role as a key guardian of the Trump legacy moving forward.
Okay, so if the political world is the battlefield, let's focus on that legal front. It seems to really dominate the book, and the sheer number of legal fights is, well, unprecedented. How does Under Siege manage to reframe these challenges to fit this narrative of a political conflict, not just legal trouble?
Well, that raises a really interesting point about maybe political language itself. The book spends a lot of time analyzing something it calls lawfare. It describes this lawfare as a very deliberate strategy, using endless lawsuits and investigations not as, a neutral search for justice.
But as a tactic.
Exactly. As a political tactic aimed specifically at distraction, draining resources, exhaustion, Eric gives these really charged accounts of certain judges, prosecutors, courtrooms, painting them as cold and corrupt, and, crucially, as actively working with political opponents.
Okay, so what's the strategic payoff then? Why frame it as lawfare instead of just, say, defending against charges on their merits?
Well, strategically, it effectively shifts the whole focus, doesn't it? Away from the family